Are there any other votes? Announce the results.
Ayes 118, noes 2.
The bill is passed.
Assembly 146, Calendar 727, Mr. Gant, an act to amend the insurance law.
The bill is laid aside.
Assembly 158, Calendar 728, Ms. Rosick, an act to amend the executive law and the education law.
The bill is laid aside.
Assembly 233, Calendar 729, Mr. Gant, an act to amend the vehicle and traffic law.
The bill is laid aside.
Assembly 244, Calendar 730, Ms. Weinstein, an act to amend the general obligations law.
The bill is laid aside.
Assembly 355A, Calendar 731, Ms. Rosenthal, an act to amend the public health law.
On a motion by Ms. Rosenthal, the Senate bill is before the House. The Senate bill is advanced. Lay the bill aside.
Assembly 422A, Calendar 732, Mr. Dinowitz, an act to amend the elder law.
Read the last section.
This act shall take effect September 1st.
Clerk will record the vote. Are there any other votes? Announce the results.
Ayes 101, noes 0.
The bill is passed.
Assembly 517A, Calendar 733. Ms. Rosenthal, an act to amend the general business law and the public health law.
On a motion by Ms. Rosenthal, the Senate bill is before the House. The Senate bill is advanced. The bill is laid aside.
Assembly 556, Calendar 734. Mr. Lenthal, an act to amend the environmental conservation law.
Bill is laid aside.
Assembly 631, Calendar 735. Ms. Rosenthal, an act to amend the administrative code of the City of New York.
Bill is laid aside.
Assembly 730, Calendar 736. Mr. Lenthal, an act to amend the navigation law.
Read the last section.
This act shall take effect immediately.
Clerk will record the vote. He's a serial phoner. That's what I've come to determine. You could just wave your finger, but he's got to talk. Here it comes. Wait for the set. we could get this a lot faster if he just pulled his nose. Then needs 15-minute calls in between every bill, which, you know, that's just to tell us that I'm ready or let it go. Can't be anything, you know, material. Just pull your nose. What can you not be ready for? Are there any other votes? Announce the results.
Ayes 112, noes 0.
The bill is passed. Mr. Morelli.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I understand the Alcoholism Committee has concluded its work. It's now time for members of the Aging Committee to join Mr. Simbowitz in the Speaker's conference room. Aging in the Speaker's conference room.
Aging Committee Speaker's Conference Room. Mr. Morelli.
Yes, sir. I'd also like to just take a moment to interrupt for the purposes of a introduction of a special guest who is here with Mr. Perry and hails from Jamaica, Queens. Rhonda Binda is the Executive Director of the Jamaica, Queens Business Improvement District. She is leveraging the 3 T's in Jamaica: tourism, technology, and transportation. In 2016, Jamaica, Queens was named the #1 neighborhood in New York City by the Wall Street Journal, the Gothamist, and Observer, and was the winner of a Small Business Services Neighborhood Challenge grant that opened an art gallery on the historic Coliseum block. She is a lawyer and worked at the White House, State Department, and on Capitol Hill, now applying global and national best practices to her hometown. And although she's a guest of Mr. Perry's from Brooklyn, I'm sure that all the members of the Queens delegation are delighted to have her. If you'd please extend on behalf of yourself, the Speaker, and all the Queens members and all the members, all the cordialities of the House.
Certainly, on behalf of Mr. Weprin, Ms. Heineken, Mr. Aubrey, all of the Queens delegation, we certainly welcome you here to the New York State Assembly. We extend to you the privileges of the floor, and I guess as well as Mr. Perry. We'll let him in the crowd. Thank you so very much. We're pleased to have you.
Assembly 1027, Calendar 737, Ms. Gunther. An act to authorize and direct the Commissioners of Health and Environmental Conservation to study and develop a long-term strategy.
The bill is laid aside.
Assembly 1099, Calendar 738, Mr. Levine. An act to amend the executive law.
On a motion by Mr. Levine, the Senate bill is before the House. The Senate bill is advanced. Read the last section.
This act shall take effect immediately.
Clerk will record the vote. Are there any other votes? Announce the results.
Ayes 95, noes 0.
The bill is passed.
Assembly 1597A, Calendar 739, Mr. Magnarelli, an act to amend the navigation law.
Read the last section.
This act shall take effect November 1st.
Clerk will record the vote. Are there any other votes? Announce the results.
Ayes 116, noes 0.
The bill is passed. Mr. Morelli.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to ask members of the Energy Committee to join Ms. Paulin in the Speaker's Conference Room. Members of the Energy Committee in the Speaker's Conference Room.
Energy Committee Speaker's Conference Room.
Assembly 1805A, Calendar 740, Ms. Titus, an act to amend the Social Services Law.
The bill is laid aside. Gentlemen, ladies, I cannot hear the lay-asides.
Assembly 1865B, Calendar 741, Ms. Rosenthal, an act to amend the Administrative Code of the City of New York.
The bill is laid aside.
Assembly 1870, Calendar 742, Mr. Lenthal, an act to amend the Education Law.
The bill is laid aside.
Assembly 1880A, Calendar 743, Ms. Mayer, an act to amend the Emergency Tenant Protection Act of 1974.
The bill is laid aside.
Assembly 1970A, Calendar 744, Ms. Mayer, an act to amend Chapter 576 of the Laws of 1974.
The bill is laid aside.
Assembly 2035B, Calendar 745, Mr. Zabrowski, an act to amend the Civil Rights Law.
Read the last section.
This act shall take effect July 1st, 2017.
Clerk will record the vote. Are there any other votes? Announce the results.
Ayes 98, noes 1.
The bill is passed.
Assembly 2065A, Calendar 746, Mr. Zabrowski, an act to amend the public housing law and the real property law.
Bill is laid aside.
Assembly 2148, Calendar 747, Mr. Dinowitz, an act to amend the general business law.
Bill is laid aside.
Assembly 2312A, Calendar 748, Mr. Gottfried, an act to amend the public health law.
The bill is laid aside.
Assembly 2384A, Calendar 749, Ms. Barrett, an act to amend the real property tax law.
Read the last section.
This act shall take effect immediately.
Clerk will record the vote.